Hi friends, this is Sarah from Crafting and Relaxing. Welcome and thank you so much for joining me. Today is weekend updates and I just talk about random things. I had this project laid out on the board, the same thing I worked on in my live. And so I just thought I would work on this while we're talking. And I might have to stop and fiddle around because sometimes I want to show you other random stuff. These die cuts I ran through my... Actually, it's Noni's Xyron to straighten out the record. I borrowed it from her months ago. I forget it's here. I don't usually use it if I'm just doing one at a time because I just don't think about it. Like right now, I had already gotten out my Quickie pen and my art glitter glue. We would have gotten to the same place. But then I looked at this one. This one is a pain because it's so fine. It is super cute, but it's really fine. And then with the Xyron, you kind of have to, this is the Xyron Model 250. So this is maybe an older one. There are different ones. Some have a layer on top. This one doesn't come out with the plastic layer over it. You just kind of have to rub away the goobers. And then I'm going to put this is a double layer die. And I just really like it because, you know, I like to do printed papers and layer things up. And this allows me to use the sentiment, but tone down the background. So I can use it on printed paper. I can use it with printed paper. Noni had some of these double layers, and I loved them. They were my favorite. They lived at my house for a while, and then I bought some. I think she still has one that I love that I should probably find my own and order online. And so there you go. You get a hello out of it, and because it has the two layers, you can get nice contrast so it stands out, and then you put it on here, and it's just cute as can be. Let me show you, if you're not familiar with the Xyron, they come in a bunch of sizes. This is maybe what I would call a medium. There's a little tiny one. It's definitely less than $20, I think, and it's an X, and that would probably work just fine for these two. And then there are great big ones. Andrea has a big one. Like you can do a big sheet of stuff. It's awesome. I don't know that I ever need the big one. The tiny one might be fine for me. You just stick it in there. And then this one is a little bit clunky, I think. And then you grab the handle and turn it. I should have put it at more of an angle so I wouldn't use as much adhesive. And then can you see? Yep. And it's just cranking out the back. And what I try and do is I try and cut it as short as possible back there, right? Because this is the refill that you're buying. So when I did these, I did the two of them right in a row. I had trouble getting this little tiny one to grip. But if you do a bunch right in a row, you're not wasting in between where you're cutting it off. Then you just rub off the top. If you have the kind that's two layers like Andrea has, you're burnishing and you have a plastic layer over the top. So it kind of helps too. And then it's a sticker. That's what it's called. Xyron Create a Sticker. It's kind of fun, but it's another one of those, don't need it. I mean, seriously, it has been in this room for, I don't know, how long have we been in our rooms? Months. And I probably have used it. This is probably the most I've used it, but I probably have done 3 other ones. I like it. I just don't always reach for it. Probably because it's, you know, set aside. And it's kind of a bulky item. And then I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do here yet, so I'm not going to stick this one down. Last night I thought I was going to center it. That was too symmetrical and boring for me. So you just never know where the day's going to take me. The Xyron does leave a little tiny bit of, what would you call them? Maybe goobers. I don't know if they dry later, but it's not a perfect, absolute perfect glue, but it is so easy. Super easy. Then I'm going to foam mount this up. This is one of my scrap cards, you can tell. Actually, you probably can't tell. There, now you go. So that's one of my scrap cards that I made. And then I thought I'd put that on with some foam mount. Things I need to tell you about. Pamela gave me some trouble because I said Pretty in Pink wasn't the best thing ever. And I got to tell you, I liked that Molly Ringwald was a really strong character. But as far as those crazy 80s movies, that one, it was like one of the early ones that set the tone, right? So like the big party scene and all that. It just wasn't as good. There weren't as many characters. Sorry, Pamela. I hear you, and I know it might be wrong, but I just didn't love it. I watched Some Kind of Wonderful this week. I really liked that one. That one was good. There were more characters. There was a lot going on. You know, all these movies are the kind we need right now because everything's going to turn out fine. I liked that one. I watched Better Off Dead too. You guys should know Better Off Dead is goofy, and I know that. I love John Cusack. I mean, seriously. So I watch all of his movies, except for like he has a couple scary ones I don't do. But remember when I told you that we were talking about choosing joy and being happy, and I said there's a scene where him and Joan, his real life sister, are in the kitchen and they're having a conversation about just deciding to be happy. Like, why can't she just decide to be happy? That's not in Better Off Dead, you guys. That didn't say anything. Anyway, just wanted to clarify my John Cusack movies, but I'm a big fan of him. I had already told you we watched Ferris. I don't know what we're going to watch next, but we're just trying to watch movies that where everything turns out fine. Because, I mean, you might not be thrilled with what's going on right now, but it's all going to turn out fine. Don't worry. All right, we'll put some joy on there, see? Okay, that's definitely going to need something. This is weird because it's super orangey and there's just not that much orange in here. Maybe I could put it by there, but I'll glue some other stuff. There's no yellow on this card, so I don't know if that's going to work for me. This cute little vellum flag came in a pack from Robin's Feathered Nest. I was tidying up. I know, it's crazy, you guys. And there were pieces in this that went with this collection, so I pulled them out. She sent this to me in Happy Mail before. And look at that blue map of the U.S. Okay, I'm definitely going to glue that into something of mine, like my journal, maybe my goals journal. I like this yellow stuff, but I think I'll save it for a card that actually has yellow. Maybe I'll put it on, because you know I like things matchy-matchy. I have a friend that says matchy-matchy. Don't make it too matchy-matchy, but I like it. I like tone on tone, I guess. What else is going on in my craft room? Clutterbug, she has a video, I don't know if I mentioned it to you guys before, where she helped somebody clean up her sewing room. It was a really good video, but the point for me, the takeaway that's been kicking around in my brain is she said, if everything is important, then nothing is important. As a butterfly, let me show you. Hopefully you won't get dizzy and we won't spill the coffee. As a butterfly, I keep things that are important to me on the counter. But what happens is the counter gets, I gotta zoom you out, so full you can't work. You can't move the cutter, you can't get out the Xyron, nothing. So what I did was I went through all these cups of pens and stuff, and I put things I want on the counter over here. I put things I would pack in my tackle box for the weekend and cannot craft for the day without right here. Tweezers, Wink of Stella, a hole punch. I'm not really sure how that made the cut, actually. My pickup stick, always. My mail opener that I'm always looking for. My tiny attacher, not because it's one of my absolute favorite things in the world, just because I like to remember to use it. And then same for some of these glossy accents, stickles, sand eraser. I would definitely put that in the tackle box. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have these, and then maybe these I'll put in a cupboard. I've also been doing that with this drawer, which is empty because all the stuff is out. My cutter goes right here in this box. My stamp platform I've been using way more, and it goes right there. And my VersaFine pads and VersaMark go right there. The rest of them I've just moved over. They've been relegated to that. That's kind of really helping me, is to think about, what do I absolutely need within reach? I'm really trying to be more careful about setting up my room ergonomically because I have a back injury. I noticed that, like, I keep my punches in the very bottom drawer, which is why they're always on the counter, because I don't want to put them away. I need to figure that stuff out. So I have been thinking about tidying a lot and making it better. Oh, I want to show you one more problem area. I also appreciate the person that said, use baggies for this textile situation. I haven't done it, right? Because I don't like to actually do this stuff. But I thought that was a great idea. So I'll make a baggie of blue, a baggie of pink, a baggie of yellow. That's a good idea. Okay, this, oh my gosh. This is I guess what I would call my die cutting station. And this is the after. You should have seen it before. It was deeper, okay? I have dies on the wall, dies in a frame that Noni gave me, and I used to keep that frame over on the counter, but I tried to move all the die cutting to here because it makes a mess, but then I used my sidekick over there. I don't know. But my dies are in varying places, varying situations. I've managed to get them all to this area, except for the few I'm using on the counter. So I have an idea in mind for this, and it'll probably be an upcoming video, and I'm going to use that wall. It's a little tricky right now because I really don't think craft room storage warrants a trip to Home Depot during these times. So I'll have to work through that. But I did order something on Amazon, and I'm going to change it up. Then let's see. I'm going to put these, ATG guns. First, I need some coffee, people. Okay, ATG guns. It sounds to me like you love them, but they're not like your art glitter glue where it brings you joy. It always works, that kind of thing. It's like, it's quick. It gets the job done. You can't beat the value. And sometimes it annoys you. It's not like me and Hermodotto where I loved it. So I think I'm going to get one because I am probably going to run out of Tuesday morning rolls while we're here. So I feel like I'll be using up adhesive stash that's in my craft room. The reason that I never had one was because, like, in my family, there's a lot of arthritis problems. But what I am starting to notice is it's the little tiny movements that are hard. So maybe the big gun, that kind of helps. I want to know, what color do you guys have? Will you leave me a comment down below? I think the color is the model, right? So Christy Marcotte has a pink one. I saw a blue, but it was a generic one. I don't think that's an item I want to buy generic, but you know I like the blue. There's a red ATG 714, seems to be the new one. I'm wondering if anybody has that one. I think I want 1/4 inch, not 1/2 inch, because like in adhesives, I like 1/4 inch. I do a lot of like narrow strips and things like that. Like you could use your ATG gun for, oh, my nails, that's paint. Sorry, don't be horrified. That's a different video. I don't want to mess with 1/2 inch. So tell me what color and what size adhesive do you use in yours? Because I read, and sometimes there's adapters. I just want to be sure I get the right color and the right size for me. I think I'm going to do it. I mean, in reality, I don't know about you guys, but I'm not spending that much money. Splurging on an ATG gun right now, no big deal. I haven't been shopping much. Oh, I wanted to give a big shout out to Robin's Feathered Nest because I'm using up the rest of my die cuts from her on here too. I think black is great. Now, I don't know for sure if I can pull off black quite as well with this collection. I was surprised how well it went with pastels before, but I think in this one, I don't know, the muted colors, maybe it doesn't work as well. We'll see. I'm going to try it. But I just thought those die cuts that she sent me were so adorable. I had to do it. Okay, this one, I popped it up, but that foam isn't very thick, so it didn't come way up. So I think on this one, I might use the Dollar Tree foam, which is thicker. I didn't hate doing a live video because it made uploading it and doing all that stuff so easy, but I stop and look for stuff, and then I try and edit that out for you guys. So that might get annoying. Is this? Yeah. And when Wilson barks, you know, save all your packaging. Don't throw out your packaging, especially right now, right? Waste not, want not. I use packaging for making my paint embellishments. I use packaging for, this is my circle die. Okay. It doesn't have to be the same size circle. When you go to reinforce it and lift it up, even if it's a little smaller, it still gives it some sturdiness. I just wanted it to have a little more behind it. So anyway, packaging, I use it for sturdying up embellishments. I use it for my paint embellishments, all sorts of things. A lot of people use it for Happy Mail too. Quite honestly, I don't know. I don't want to spend my whole life packaging embellishments to you so that you're like afraid to take them out of the package when you get them. I want you to use them. I think the absolute best way to package them when you send them to somebody, like if it's just die cuts and stuff like this, is like in these little bags like Robin did, or like what Susan did here. Something that you'll take it out and use it. This is from Susan Tootsie Tucker. This is from Robin. Susan's were in here, like these little things. Those were from her. I've mixed them in and used them. Because I'm actually going through my craft room, people. It's amazing. So this Dollar Tree foam is thicker. It just pops you right up. Okay, let's wrap up our updates. So the live video, I liked it. It went to YouTube super fast. Like, had I done this video live, you guys would see it much sooner because it wouldn't take so much time to upload. So that's a definite advantage. But Wilson seemed to be working through something with his squirrel this morning, and so I wasn't sure that we could do that. Then, of course, he's laying on his bed like an angel right now. I'm torn on this card. I don't know if I want to layer it all up or just let that beautiful paper shine. I don't know. You'll have to see how it turns out later. I took our embellishments that we made on the live. You might see them in the video of this when it's all done, and added more to them or under them when I put them on cards sometimes. That's kind of a habit that I do. Like if it's laying here, I'm like, oh, let's glue it on. You never know. You might need one more layer. I know what else we need to talk about. My 5,000 subscriber giveaway. So we're over 5,000. It's time to do something. I was thinking about doing something like this. I would take a whole bunch of stuff that is finished in my craft room at the time of the drawing. So say we let it go for like 2 weeks and lay it out, and the person could pick, I don't know, we'll call them units, like 10 cards as a unit or a journal as a unit. They can pick, what about 5 of those? Because it's a 5,000 subscriber giveaway. Then they tell me what their favorite color is. I kind of go from there and put it all in a box. Let me know what you think about that idea. Or would you rather do stuff like collections and paper and stuff? Tell me what you want to do. Oh, I have a bunch of those coffee cards too. I've got a lot of stuff. Usually I give this stuff away when I see friends at breakfast, at lunch, at dinner, whatever. No, I don't see any friends. So I have an amazing stash, bigger than I've ever had. Oh, I have some pocket letters. A pocket letter could be a unit. Okay, just leave me comments down below and say, no, I'm having a paper shortage. I'd rather you did a giveaway for paper. And that's fine too. But the feedback I've gotten is that you'd rather have products I created. Either way, you won't hurt my feelings, and I know these are crazy times. Thanks so much. So tell me about your ATG gun color and size. And for those of you who are less experienced with the adhesive, I was thinking I might do a video where I take all my different adhesives, lay them out, and talk about them. If you would like to see that, be sure and let me know. I'm happy to do it. It's just, there are different types of videos. Sometimes you guys teach me things. I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend crafting and relaxing. I'll be back with a video tomorrow. Really, really count your blessings, okay? Sit down and make a giant list of things you're grateful for. Make a list of things you want to get done while you have all this extra time at home. Watch my backyard video and know that it hasn't looked that good since the day it got installed like 5 years ago. Just really be grateful that you are healthy enough to be watching my videos. How about that? Have a great day. Bye-bye.